Hello. Today we're going to be talking about what it takes in order for your muscles to contract. In order for your muscles to contract, a neurotransmitter must be released and an action potential must be reached on the cell membrane of the target muscle. This then leads to an opening of the voltage-gated Ca2 plus channels on the specialized sarcoplasmic reticulum present in muscle cells. The Ca2 plus then binds to troponin, which is holding the tropomyosin in place, not allowing the myosin heads to bind to the actin, bringing the two Z-bands closer and causing this distance to shrink, allowing your muscles to flex. So, we are going to look at this scenario. So there is a car and it is broken down. It cannot move, and on top of that, there is a road closed issue that the car has to deal with. So the road in this scenario is going to be the actin. The tropomyosin is this sign. So even though the car is not able to move, on top of that, it is not able to move because there is a road closed sign. This is blocking it from doing anything. In order for this road closed sign to be moved and the car to be able to pass by and get to its destination, this construction worker must move it. And he can only move it if he gets a call from his boss saying, "You may move the sign." So, the boss in this scenario is the neuronal signal. The phone is the receptor, and the phone call is this calcium 2+. And this construction worker is the troponin, which allows the road closure sign to move. But before that can even happen, we have to deal with this broken car. So, this broken car, we need to figure out its problem. It either needs gas or it needs a jump. So let's see. In the muscle, this car being stopped is basically the same as talking about when the ATP is not bound to myosin, myosin is bound to the actin. When ATP binds to the myosin head in an open binding site, this leads to a conformational change, and then myosin releases the actin, and myosin hydrolyzes ATP to ADP, and that leads to another conformational change. And then this is the spring-loaded step. So this is when this guy is getting ready to move, make a big jump, and bring these two things, the two Z-bands, very close together, contracting the muscle severely. So in this car scenario, this car not only needs its gas tank to be refilled, it also needs a jump start, and that is akin to the spring-loaded step in the muscle contraction. So it gets its gas, which causes a conformational change in the car, and then another car comes in and they jump the battery so that it can be spring-loaded and ready to move forward once this man's boss has called him and allowed him to move the road closure sign. Once that all happens, the car is able to move forward just a little bit until it needs more gas and another jump for it to work. So this is a very old car in this scenario. Needs a lot of help to get moving. And as this happens, the car is getting closer to its destination, just like in this scenario. The Z-bands are getting closer and closer to each other. So that sarcomere, the distance between the two Z-bands, is the distance between the car and its destination. And it is using the actin, or the road, to get there.